Facebook ads latest update with Andromeda, is it going to ruin your Facebook ad campaigns? Well, let's get straight into it. So I've got a few of these articles. They'll be in the description below. Go and have a read. One is just a very technical one. And then there's the John Loomer one, which is for media buyers. He is a prominent figure in this space. And I'm just going to go into it and add a few of my thoughts. So there's the technical updates for Andromeda. Andromeda is just basically AI machine learning name they've given for their tool. And why that's important is basically, now thanks to AI, and they're partnering with companies like NVIDIA for the hardware side, where they've basically been able to overcome a bottleneck with lots of ads. Now with AI plus NVIDIA's related hardware support, they're now able to move beyond broad categories of like you like shoes and towards finer personalization. So basically, now you can the reality of automated personalization is becoming a reality. Um, and so, the first Meta says that the retrieval under Andromeda processes hundreds of thousands of times more ads than later stages. The old system couldn't handle a surge of new variations created by Advantage Plus campaigns, and generative AI Andromeda is the answer. That's why they're building their huge data centers in that as well. Basically, it's the new retrieval center. It takes millions of ads, narrows them to a few thousand candidates, and does so in a way that Meta claims is faster, smarter, and more personal than before. So from a technical perspective, we're as marketers now able to do more marketing, more personalized, faster, and easier than ever before. So it's never been a better time to be a media buyer, honestly, in many respects. So I just think that that's awesome. So creative diversification and your ad strategy, right? So creative diversification is basically the new thing where, you know, that you make a lot of different types of ads, not just video ads, not just UGC image ads, you make carousel ads, you make them all and let Facebook sort of do the work, right? So in other words, Andromeda is designed to handle the explosion of creative options. So before, a lot of people would basically just run image and video ads with some carousel, mainly for like remarketing, and that's sort of what I've done. The more meaningful variety you provide, the more opportunities Andromeda has to connect with the right messages with the right person. So if you think about it this way, if you only provide a single product demo video, Meta can only try that one angle. But if you create ads that lean into different pain points, the system can learn who responds and deliver each ads. And then, what's going to happen with all of this as well, as their AI and generative AI improves, they're going to, I reckon, that they're going to automatically, where you upload a number of creatives and it will find the options that work best and then automatically actually make you new creatives for you, because that makes even more sense. Like, I'm making my tool, one of my tools, Smarter UGC, so I can make a lot of different creatives really fast, video, image ads and stuff as well, UGC. But this guaranteed Facebook's going to try and take it in-house, right? So if you feed it the system, let it have the data, get the type of results you're after, and keep your pixel clean, right? One of the most important things about all of this that you should read as the middle line is how important it is to make sure your pixel data is clean, because if Facebook's pushing for this, the most important thing is pixel clean. I have videos on my channel, and there's plenty of videos online, making sure that your pixel is integrated. Like, let's say for e-commerce, you can use the Shopify integration. There's third-party apps as well you can use as well, and you can use like the Pixel Helper, which is a free extension, to then troubleshoot and make sure things look good there as well. So you want to add, it shows up in key areas: concepts and angles, problem solving, pain points, testimonials, product videos, UGC, format, short video, long video, static, carousel, personas, speaking to a different type of person, so using a different copy as well. You don't just have one ICP, ideal customer profile, you might add multiple, and Facebook will automatically just work its magic. So the key is you need to focus pretty much on the creative. The creative is the new targeting, and Facebook will pretty much do the rest, right? So you just build a lot of different ads. There's plenty of tools out there for it. I use a number of them myself, and I'm building my own tools so that I can do it in-house even faster with my media buying team. But you should be definitely looking at that as well. So basically, let's be honest, if you have an agencies in the past, it was all about the strategy around the targeting, the age, gender, location. But nowadays, if you have an agency of that, really what your agency should be focused on is the creatives, right? Spamming these creatives as much as possible. Not spamming, but obviously making as many creatives as possible. Still, you should look at the data, right? I always want to say that I think this is obviously from a higher level idealistic point of view. This isn't reality. You always will still have that control, but this is a big step towards more automated ads as we go down this path, right? So basically, understand that you're going to have less campaigns. In the past, you used to have a lot of different campaigns with limited ad sets, and you would focus on the ad set to get the right lookalike audience. Like lookalikes are becoming pretty much redundant now. Lookalikes, interest targeting, like I've made videos on that, but now it's basically, just saying that, this is what leads to this campaign construction, which I think is really good. It'll actually save time because you spend so much time in the ads manager trying to tweak all these little things, but really what you want to be doing is focusing on your brand and focusing on the creatives. Most of us are building our brands focused on our social media and stuff. You use those social media and you can use image to video, use tools like Nano Banana, Smarter UGC, all these UGC or related tools to make your own UGC or own creatives and Canva and so on. And you use that for social media. And then at the same time, you can use it in these key areas as well. So basically there's three main points. Stop chasing the perfect combo of the ad, copy and creative. That doesn't exist. So basically, now you can add up to, I think it's 15 different creatives in these flexible ads. In the past, it's called dynamic creatives, which I knew would be the future, but now they're just called flexible ads. And you have up to 5 headlines, 5 descriptions, 5 primary text. And it just does it for you, right? And you can then break down and then say, oh, well, sort of what is working best, and then maybe make another ad so you have more creatives, right? So you still will make more ads, but overall, you're going to be making less. Instead of one creative per ad, you're going to have lots of creatives per single ad, and Facebook will dynamically just put it together as to what works best. And for those who have been doing the media buying, there's the AI personalization that's already out, like fit to scale, personalization. There's like, I think 11 or 12 enhancements, can't remember, dynamic buttons to help with click through. I recommend using all those. I don't use the background one, and I don't use the music because I want to still control those few elements. They're cool in concept, but absolutely crap in reality. So that's what I mean by like, don't 100% trust Facebook. Targeting is largely in the ad now. Now I've said this in previous videos and many other people take too. Basically, you just make a campaign. I've just and you choose your objective, let's say e-commerce, like a lot of my brands, or SaaS. Choose what your end objective is to get a trial, whatever it is, trial or a purchase or a lead. Making an Advantage Plus campaign, leave that pretty much open. Don't even touch the age, gender, location. You'll touch location, right? Like that's probably the one you will touch. Because you don't want to target worldwide, you probably want to target a certain country, but you'll know that. Otherwise, you leave placements open. I actually seen that Facebook now has WhatsApp ads as well as a push placement that I'm going to be pushing a lot too. I think that's going to be very, very prevalent as well. And basically, you just focus on the ad, right? So never has it been easier, right? In the past, a media buyer would have to spend a lot of their time actually in the ad set and the ad to really try and optimize what ads are doing best, why they're doing best, as well as what ad sets are doing best, make lookalikes or your custom audiences. You'll still make custom audiences for your remarketing. That's where things do get a bit more complex for media buyers, but anyone that's done it knows that that's not very hard. But basically, for cold traffic, you basically just let Facebook do the work. You don't even do targeting. It's just because AI is so smart, it reads your creative and it's like, yep, I will find those right type of people for you because it has billions of data points. So, don't fight it, just accept. I actually think it's a good thing. I think that some people are a bit worried about what the future lies. I think it's actually just going to free up a lot of time because the good thing as well is that, like with AI agents and everything getting bigger and bigger and all these AI UGC creative tools and agents that are just coming in, they're going to do more and more of the legwork. So if you're using tools like N8N, like I use N8N, you can make custom flows, or a lot of these tools are going to manage your campaigns for you. So you won't honestly even need an agency in my eyes in the future. To some extent you will, right? But like a lot of this is really taking like 70, 80% of the legwork out of this. So again, use the defaults, right? Just use the Advantage Plus campaign defaults. Don't fight it, just use it. It does really well. Even for carousel, right? Carousel is going to blow up, I think, especially for fashion related brands. I've always been a big advocate for it. So I think that carousel is going to make a big comeback. UGC is the sort of big thing now, and I think that's going to continue to be that way. But I think carousel is going to come back. And so simplify your structure, right? For ad accounts that are already running it, just look at reducing your campaign structure, make a new Advantage Plus campaign, let it run, get some data, and I would probably look at migrating to it. Now, the tricky part is if you have an existing campaign, you don't really want to turn it off because it's already gone through the learning phase. And sometimes, when a campaign's optimized, it just continues to work. So if it continues to work, obviously leave it on, right? This isn't a steadfast rule. But if you're running a new ad account, move to this structure. If you have an existing one, do a bit of a both type of strategy. But moving forward, just try and focus on singular campaigns with like one ad set, right? Like that's it. You don't even, if you're doing no targeting, you don't like, why even make a ton of ad sets, right? There's no point. Just so like it nearly sort of defeats the whole purpose of a campaign and ad set. And so I can't help but sort of wonder. I think it'll always be needed, but to some extent, I think that like to some extent they'll combine the campaign and ad set into one step. Instead of 3 tabs, you'll probably have 2, because the campaign and ad set are fundamentally now the same thing, and then it's just campaign, ad. There you go, away you go. So I don't know, right? Obviously, but the way I see it now is that you have 3 tabs. If you could have 2 tabs where it just had that and it's just one less. Here we go. Is the campaign has all the targeting and everything in it. Because most media buyers, what you do is, you make a campaign for prospecting or cold, then you make one for remarketing, then you make one for repeat purchases. It's like an ecom, and you got this whole extra step. Whereas if you whereas if you had it combined, just 2, boom, away you go. So that's my view. To some extent, I would love it even if it had like just one view and you just under the campaign just see all the ads as well. Like, that's just mine. I wish you could edit that. So time spent on creative, diverse, thoughtful ads. Campaign construction gets simpler while your creative strategy gets deeper, right? So basically, you just have more time. So how it affects performance, they're saying 8%. Take that as a grain of salt. It won't guarantee results. You still have to look it over and you still have to make sure that you're on top of these things, right? I always say, the ad is only one part in the journey. You've got your prospecting, you've got your remarketing, so DPA remarketing, creative remarketing in terms of view content, add to cart, whatever it looks like, and then your landing page conversion rate optimization. So basically it's going to give you more time to focus on just the ad and the optimization beyond the actual ad as well. I think that Facebook's going to come out with more stuff to help boost conversions as well, where they're going to have like landing page builders, stuff like that. That's just my thoughts on it as well. And it's going to be more important than ever as well that you make sure you engage in comments in your ads. Now there's tools out there you can actually use to moderate your comments or automatically with AI as well. I've been testing them, so I haven't said anything definitive yet.